How to start such a video, how to start talking about this thing. I seriously don't know. I really don't know how to manage this because I'm so overwhelmed about this thing. Hi there, this is Luisa Heinzel. Welcome to my channel Junk Journal Art and welcome to a very special video. And probably you can hear that, that my voice is a little bit strange today because I'm sitting here since I think an hour and I'm thinking about how I can talk about this thing and this new journal that I've made. It's so incredible for me that I'm totally out of words. It's this is so cool. So let me tell you what this is. A few weeks ago, I made my 8,000 subscribers tag challenge with my friend Susanne from Bollenhut Art. So you can see that here on this inside cover. I made this. I wrote here 8,000 subscribers because I had the 8,000 subscribers on my channel and she had 3,000 subscribers. And perhaps you can remember that we've made a video together. And we made a little tag challenge where we said, it's your turn to make a tag out of a free digital printable that we've created for you. And yeah, we expected that some of you would join this challenge, and we expected that you probably would enjoy the freebie as well. And yeah, then it was suddenly the big, I mean, look at this. These are all of the entries that I've got for my giveaway on my channel for this 8,000 subscribers challenge. And I can see you when I go through this journal and when I flip through all of those lovely entries of those lovely creations that you made for me and that you sent to me for this giveaway. And I also have to say, I know that I need you in my life. And probably you think, okay, what's this? This cover is a little bit strange. Yes, it is. I haven't written this here by myself. This was here. These letters and the writing, these sentences were here. And originally, this was such a thing that you can put below your plate when you want to eat something. It's a protection for your table. I mean, a decorative protection, but it's only meant to protect your table. And I thought about something that I could make a soft cover out of. And then I came across this thing that was laying on my table. And to be honest, I've never read this text here before. I mean, I had this under my plate when I was eating all the, every time when I was eating something, I had this, I have that for a very long time, and I never came to the idea to read this. And even in the moment when I decided that I want to use this for my cover for this special journal, I haven't noticed all those things that are matching this journal, and it's perfect. It's just perfect. And I not only need you, but I love you. And that's what I want to say with this journal. I want to thank everyone who has entered this giveaway and who has sent me something that you've made and your creations and that stuff. And I want to thank you for every word that I was gifted. I mean, those words that you have written to me, yeah, that were gifts for me. And it is so incredible. It's just so incredible. And while I'm sitting here and looking at this and trying to bring this into words, I have to say we are already not only 8,000 subscribers, but we are 9,000 subscribers now. I think it's a little bit, it's 9,030, I think, while I'm recording this. And this is absolutely incredible for me. When I've started this YouTube channel, I've never expected that. I've never expected that there are so many, especially English speaking people that are watching my videos. You come from everywhere, all over the world. There are countries that I've never read before in my analytics, and I'm so overwhelmed about this thing. And I want to thank everyone who is part of this journal, who is part of this YouTube community, and who is part of this junk journaling community, because you are all so special and so incredible people. I can't bring that into words. Okay, so let me tell you something about this journal. Perhaps you would like to construct such a journal for yourself, even if you don't have such things that you can put inside. Perhaps you are a crafter and you craft at home and you don't have a YouTube channel. Then of course you wouldn't have such things that I've put into here, because you don't run giveaways or challenges or that stuff. But I think this construction is perhaps interesting for you, because I made this a little bit different than my normal journals. So let me try to explain that. So this is a soft cover. That's the first thing. I mentioned that before. This is, yeah, I don't know, it's some kind of a foam inside. It's really sturdy. And I think this is a great material to make a soft cover out of. You can sew your signatures through this material without making any changes to the material. It's such sturdy that it wouldn't tear if you sew through it. It's really cool. So I'm happy that I found this material. I think I will use that in the future as well, because it's, yeah, really easy to use. And especially, I think, especially for beginners that want to make a soft cover journal, this is really great. And for the pages, I've used some giant playing cards. So you can't see that these are giant playing cards, but please believe me, those are such giant playing cards. And the reason why I used those playing cards for the pages is the following. For the challenge, we made it like that you can create an envelope and a tag. So this is the tag and this is the envelope that I've created during my video with my friend Susanne. She gave me instructions how I have to make this, and then I made these both pieces here. And of course, an envelope is such a sturdy thing. It's really stiff, and also a tag can be really stiff. And I gave you the opportunity to send me your results in reality, I mean in a physical way, via post, shipping, you know what I mean. Sorry. And of course, I expected that I would get some of your physical creations. The last time when I did this challenge, that was when I reached 4,000 subscribers. There were many entries that reached me, yeah, via post shipping. And because of that, I wanted to have the pages really stiff and sturdy as well. If I use normal paper and glue the tag on top, and I want to flip the page, then it may happen that this part of the page gets a little bit wavy, and it's, yeah, you will get a little fold while you are flipping. I can't explain that, but do you know what I mean? I take this, and here is a hill while I'm flipping, because the paper would be too thin to yeah, to manage this heavy material. And because of that, I thought, what can I use to make the pages a little bit more stiff? And these playing cards are really great for that. So I used 2 playing cards. So let me just bring that back here. And then I've printed out some things. So here's a little text that reminds me to, yeah, the situation. I wrote something in German. Yeah, so, yeah, it's my mother language, so you can't read it, but this says, yeah, something about the date when I recorded this announcement of the winners video with Susanne, and it just says that it's so incredible what we reached together and what especially I reached on my channel, because I can only speak for my emotions and for my feelings, of course. So yeah, I printed that out and then I've sewn it here. I will tell you something about that in a second, so I have just to cover this address. And I took 2 of those playing cards, put them together with some washi tape. So here you can see that so you know that's not a good example. So let me show you that here in the beginning. Sorry. So I laid the playing cards next to each other, and then first of all I put a piece of coffee dyed paper here and on the other side as well, and then I covered that additionally with some washi tape, and the printed things I've sewn here on top. So I cut everything into size so that I have this little white frame here, and then I've sewn that to this thing, to this playing card. And perhaps you are asking how many pages are in one signature of such a journal. So it's a little bit hard for me to explain that, because I can't say it's 1 or 2 or 3 of those playing card pages, because sometimes when I glued something, it got really thick so that I have less pages in one signature, and sometimes it was only only the playing card and the print on top. Then of course it's a little bit thinner, so that I could put more of these playing card pages into one signature. And here, for example, I've also added a letter. So from the person who has sent this to me, this was the entry. She sent that to me. Sorry, she's sent that to me via post. So I was just wondering if I shall say any names, but that was the reason why I was struggling. I will not say any names. So if you can read the names here, feel free to read it, but I will not say any names because I'm sure I will forget someone, and I don't want to make anyone angry or that stuff. It's impossible to say all the names and to talk about every piece in a fair way. So I want to don't say any names. So all the people who have sent some photos to me, or who have posted their photos on Facebook or Instagram, I've collected them, saved them to my computer, and then put them into Canva. That's probably, you don't know that, that's an app on your phone, or you can also use it on your desktop computer. It's really a cool thing. And I made some collages, like you can see here, and printed them out, and then I put them to the playing cards and wrote the names here so that I can remember who has sent that to me. So I have collected all the things that I could find on the internet during this week of the challenge, and of course after that there were some of the photos as well from the people who said, oh, I couldn't enter the giveaway, but I wanted to join the challenge. So of course I've collected those photos as well. And I also have received some happy mails. So as you can see, here are some postmarks, postage stamps. Yeah, postmarks are also here, but sorry, you know what I mean. And I also included that, and I also included some of the papers that were given to me in the envelope with the entry. So for example, this comes from a woman who has sent me her tag in a physical way, and she also has put this gorgeous paper here into the envelope. So I thought I could make a page for this journal as well, because this will always remind me to this letter that I got from her. And here I made something, I guess, a little bit special. So here you can also see the original playing card in the background. So if you perhaps wonder how that playing card looked before I put the those papers here on top, here you can see the original playing card. I thought that would be a fun thing as well, so that you can see how the pages are made. And here you can guess, oh, here is a little thing here, this little sign from the playing card, so that you can still see that. And then I had this thing and this also was sent to me, and I had the problem that I didn't know how to include that here, because how is this? Sorry, this is sticking a little bit. So I was wondering how to include that, because this thing is a little bit bulky. So as you can see, the person who has sent that to me added a bulb pin here and added all these gorgeous little things. Those came from my printable, and she has cut that out and put that here as a little, yeah, dangle, or how would you call that. And I thought, okay, how can I include this without making, on the one hand, the page too bulky, and how can I put that in here to take out what's in here, because in here is the tag that she has created, and it's always, I think, a little bit difficult to put such things into a journal, because when you glue that to the page, I mean, I could glue this whole envelope to the page, but then I can't see what's on the back side when I glue it down totally. And the second thing is, when I, for example, make a flip, so I mean, I could attach 2 or 3 pieces of washi tape here and make a flip so that I can flip it out and see the back side. That would solve the problem that I can see the back side. But when I have this flip, of course, this whole thing is not so sturdy. And when I open this and take the tag out, I think this is a little bit uncomfortable, but it's only my personal opinion, with this flip. So I came to the idea, we'll show you that from the back side, I think then you can see that better. I came to the idea to make a cut into the playing card here, so perhaps you can see that. So I've cut from here to here, and also from here to here. Then I put the envelope on top. The envelope had this belly band on the back side, so that was originally the thing I got the idea from. So as you can see, this is this belly band that's originally this is on the back side of the envelope that you can see here. Oh my goodness, it's so hard to explain. And then I put this here. I mean that the belly band is here in the middle and the envelope is here right in place. And then I've sewn here and here to close this little slots that I had from the cutting. And now this envelope can't fall out. So I mean, you can't bring it to this side because, yeah, this is closed here. You can see and use the belly band on the back side. And I think that's not the baddest idea. And I think I would like to remember that for some future journals as well. I think that can be a great idea for a normal journal as well. And if you want, of course, you can cover this up here and here, so, or the whole thing, and only leave this slots here. But I wanted to see the backside of the playing card, and I also thought that it would fit nicely here to this blue postage stamp and the postmark here. And when I see some of those entries, then I can't believe that such a thing is possible. I mean, it was the same paper, the same printable, the same images that you've all used. And there were so many different styles, so many inspirations, so many ideas for myself also. When I, for example, when I look at this, so of course, how can I say that it doesn't sound strange? I mean, when I see some entries, then of course there are some that are more on my line, or how is that said, than others. The styles that you have are so different. Of course, I can't love every style at the same amount. So do you know what I mean? So there are some that I like better, or that, no, not that I like better. That's not the right thing, what I want to say. It's more like I have a connection to the piece. For example, this one here, and that's the reason why I've printed this so big. This one is very special for me because here I can see some things that I would love to be able to create by myself, but I've never thought about doing it like this. I can get really much inspiration from this. I can take this to try it by my own. It's something that I want to try, and that's the reason why I've printed it a little bit bigger, so that I can see the details better later. But of course, the size of those things that I've printed out doesn't say anything about how much I love the person, or do you know what I mean? So every piece has the same worth. And also, for example, here I've printed a whole page for one person, or here it's the same, and here as well. And on some pages there are smaller pieces, smaller pictures with more names, but that's only because of the construction of the journal, and I had to handle it. And sometimes, for example, here, no, not here, but somewhere else. Yeah, for example, here, look at this. That's also a reason. So I only try that you can understand why some pictures are so small and some are bigger. So one reason I told you before, hopefully you can understand that in the right way. I'm always struggling a little bit because of my language problems. So here, for example, I had to put two entries on one page because this picture here on the bottom, it is such blurry. That's because the picture that the person has sent to me was such small, and I try to enlarge it a little bit so that you can see what it is and that you can see some of the details, but it wouldn't be possible to put such a picture like this on the whole page, because when I resize it and when I make it bigger, everything will get totally blurry and you can't see anything anymore. And that's the reason why sometimes the pictures are a little bit smaller than on other pages. And yeah, so here we have something. I was really afraid to do that, but let me tell you the story behind. So when I had finished this whole journal, and perhaps you can imagine that was not so easy to bring all the pictures together. I had, I think, 2 days on my computer to design all those pages here in this Canva app, and it took me a really long time to find all the pictures that you've posted and to bring them into this design and to sew everything on the cards and bring the cards together and so on. And then I've sewn everything into the cover. And I think half an hour after I had finished it, there was an envelope in front of my door. And in this envelope, there was a whole journal made with the printables. And what you can see here is one of the pages of this journal. So I thought, oh my goodness, what can I do? What can I do? And so, and I hope that the person who sent that to me will not get angry. So I took everything apart. I took every signature out of the journal and, yeah, divided it into its single pieces and reconstructed everything. And then I destroyed the journal and took the single pages out of this journal that was sent to me. And I put the single pages in between of the signatures, and then I've sewn everything together again. Because these pages, as you can see, they are much wider than the playing cards are. And I don't want it to have something that is peeking out such much in a specific spot in the journal. I mean, I could take this and just place it somewhere in between of the signatures, take a paper clip, and I'm ready. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I think now you are awake. Sorry. So hopefully the person who has sent this to me is not angry with me, but this was the only way that I could manage that. And as you perhaps can see, and that's also a problem and a reason why I did it like I did it, here on the bottom, the journal is completely flat. I mean, when you look here, nothing is peeking out. And how can I show you that? Oh my goodness. The signatures are only, I think, 2 millimeters or 3 millimeters away from this cover material. So they are relatively close to the bottom here. And that's the reason, the reason why I made it like that is that I can put the journal in my shelf like so. It would stand here really safe. And all the things that were bigger are peeking out here on the top now, as you probably can see. For example, this thing here, this little thing, where the envelope is holed with, and also the pages of this journal that I deconstructed. This was the cover of that journal, and I thought it would make sense to have the things peeking out here so that the journal can stand in the shelf like so. And yeah, it's not a problem when the things come out here on the top. And yeah, that's also perhaps something that you can have in mind for your journals, that you want to put into a shelf, that you have nothing that comes out here, especially when the pages are such heavy like those pages are. I mean, this is more like an album than a journal because the pages are so thick and stiff. But if you do it like I did it here, you can also put such things. So this was this journal that I divided as well. So you can also take these things and, for example, make it like so. And it would be no problem if this little clip here comes out on the top. It would be a problem if it's here on the bottom, of course. Okay, so I also included some cards that I've got. So for example, this one here, probably you think, okay, that's not the tag, that's not made out of the printable. It's not, but it's a card that I got with the tag, and I made it here like so. So you can open this. I glued the card into, have I glued it? I don't know. Can I take it? Oh, no. Sorry, I haven't glued it. So that would make no sense because I couldn't read this if I had glued it. Sorry. So I can take this out, read the message here and put it back. And this is a page at the same time. So that I can use, I mean, you can make a page out of an envelope, of course. So the tag that the person has sent to me is here. I glued it here. And this is the card so that I can always remember that this belongs together. So then I can flip it like so. And here you can see I've only attached the envelope to the next playing card. So this is a double page as well. Here in between is the playing card, in between of the prints. And I've just glued it and then sewed on top here over this thing to hold it in place. So that's also, of course, a possibility if you want to make such playing card journals or albums with a little bit thicker pages, to use materials like envelopes or other things that you probably have in your stash, and then you can just attach them. And here I had one playing card too much, so as you can see it's like so. This is the construction that I told you before, with the both playing cards, some coffee dyed paper in the middle, sewn around and attached these prints. And of course I need 2 playing cards for such a page. And I had an irregular number of pages in the end, so that I've decided to make just a little flip here, because this was the last card and I hadn't anything that I could attach to the other side, so I made it like this. But that works as well. As you can see, I put a little bit of washi tape here as well, and then you can put it here like so. But if you want to do this, you have to have in mind that you have to cut about 1/2 centimeter off from the playing card so that you can flip it like so and have little space here. Otherwise, you couldn't flip the other page like so. Yeah. And here also, this is also a page from this journal that I've included here. Here I have some writing space, and I will definitely write some things down. I haven't had the time to do that, but I will definitely do that. And I also will write some words from the emails that were sent to me. Some of the entries I've gotten via email, and I want to write something here with my own handwriting to remember those lovely words. And also here, this is also an envelope. I like this really much because, yeah, on the one hand, this colors are matching the colors here really well. And on the other hand, I like those things that you, yeah, probably can't see what it is on the first glance. I mean, this is a triangle, and you will see in a second what this is, but I think you can guess what it is. Because, of course, this is an envelope. As you can see, this was also sent to me, and I tried to include all of the things that were sent to me. I mean, I have shown you that in this journal when I made the 4,000 subscribers tag challenge. There I made it the same. I included every postage stamp, every envelope and that stuff, and I tried to do it here the same. Except the envelopes. I mean, here I have one, but there were, I mean, what I want to say is, I have envelopes in here, but not all. Because some of those envelopes that were sent to me were this envelopes that have this bubble wrapping inside. And on some of the envelopes I could take that off, but sometimes it was not possible without destroying the material of the envelope. So when they were such thick, or when I got some boxes or that stuff, then of course, I can't include a shipping box in here. But the thinner envelopes I have here, and I have also some pieces of the other envelopes here. I mean, when there's a thicker envelope, I remove the postage stamp and put it somewhere here so that I have something from the envelope in here. And I really like to do that because, yeah, this is you. This is, yeah, this is a, how can I say that? This is a physical thing that I got from all the work that I put into my videos, and this is a physical thing that I get from you, even if I don't know you. I mean, you are so far away. The most of you who are listening to me now are from overseas, I think, from very far away. And even if you would be closer, this Corona thing doesn't make it possible that we can meet, that we can travel and that stuff. And we are together here, and that's so special for me. It's just incredible. And to have this in my hands is so special, and I wanted to include everything, and I wanted to, yeah, soak it in this journal. I mean, yeah, that sentence doesn't make sense, I know that, but hopefully you understand what I wanted to say. And look at this. There was such a cute friend from Germany. Yeah, she's a junk journaling friend as well, and she took a picture from my Instagram. I had this, I think, during the Easter time, and here's this little bunny, and she cut it so that it is this head shape, and she made this little paper doll here. So that originally was the cover of this journal where these colorful pages come from, and I think that's so cute. That's so cute. And she also included this thing, so I had to fold that a little bit. So this is a paper doll as well, and look what she did. She put a little crown to my head, and this is my profile picture. She printed that out and wrote this 8,000 here. It's so, that was so sweet. When I saw that, I was so, yeah, I was so overwhelmed. That's so cute. And perhaps you're wondering why she has put this crown, yeah, don't know how to say that, you know, this thing here on my head. So there was yeah, someone who I know from the junk journaling community in Germany. And one day she came to me, I mean, via a message, and she said, Louise, for me, you are the junk journal queen. So, of course, she has talked about the German community. So I have to point that out. And I don't want to sound arrogant, but I think I am the first person who tried to make this junk journaling theme a little bit more popular, a little bit more popular, especially in the German-speaking areas. It was a really big plan and a mission for me, and it's still a mission for me to bring the German-speaking people to this junk journaling topic. It's such a great hobby, and it's just a lifestyle. I mean, yeah, you know what I mean. And so that friend from Germany said to me, Louise, you are the junk journaling queen. And I was, of course, really honored, even if I think I'm not a queen. So, I mean, what a word is that? I'm not a queen. But some of the people in our German Facebook group adopted that word, and sometimes they say that to me. Also, of course, in a little bit ironical way, or in this, yeah, you know, it's some kind of a running gag. And because of that, she has put this crown here. Yeah, that's a really, really, really special thing for me. Of course, I don't see myself as a queen, yeah, but of course it's a big honor for me if the people say that. And I don't want to have such a crown in reality. And I'm only a woman who is sitting here, who is crafting, who has joy when she's crafting, as you as well. And only because I have a YouTube channel, and only because I make videos and I like to share my tutorials, yeah, that's not a reason to call me a queen. So, I mean, I don't have any rights to have this name, but I wanted to explain that to you. And of course, it makes me really proud when the people say that to me. But yeah, I think we are all queens because we are able to make such things, and we are able to share such amount of love that's not, yeah, sometimes I think that's not true. I think I'm dreaming when I see such things. I don't know if you can, yeah, if you can catch that for yourself. I don't know if you can. It's so hard to explain in English when you have no German words for this. How to translate that into a foreign language? It's so hard. It's just impossible. And what I also want to say is, I have seen some pictures on the pages before that bring me to this point that I want to say. I mean, on the one hand, there are names that I read over and over again. There are pictures from people that I know really well in the meantime. And there are also people that I would call friends. I mean, friends in the real life. And I think it's a difference if you say that's a junk journal friend or that's a friend. I mean, a junk journal friend can be everyone who is making junk journals and who is sharing this hobby or this passion with you. But a friend in reality is something totally different. And I think here are a few people who I can say they are friends. I can probably visit them in the middle of the night, and they would open the door and they would say, Louise, what's your problem? Come in, and do you like a tea or whatever? And they would help me, and they would be there for me in reality. And that's, of course, a really big thing, a really outstanding thing. But here are also some people in this journal who I only know the name. I don't know how they look. I even don't have a picture from them, from their face or whatever. I only know the names. And I get emails, I get messages with such personal topics and such personal words that I nearly can't believe. There are people who tell me that they are probably ill and that they have really big health issues, and they are telling me that they are watching my videos when they have a good day and when they have less pain than they have normally. And I recently got a message, and I think if I don't say the name, I can tell you that story. There was a woman, and I have really a hard job to tell you that without crying, because that's only one story, but there are so many words like this and so many things like this that's nearly incredible. It's yeah. So this woman has written me an email, and she wrote that she has cancer and that she has really hard days. That she has really hard days in her life. Of course, if she has cancer, then she has hard days. And she told me that she has found my video when she had a day without such much pain. She watched my video, and then she had a few days that were really hard for her, and that she couldn't stand out of the bed. She had to go to the hospital. She had really much problems. And when she came back home and she felt a little bit better, she had the feeling that she wanted to make this tag for the challenge. When I read this, I had the plan not to cry in this video, but there are so much terrible things out there. And I can't believe that there are people who are spending their last days of their life with making a tag from my printables. I can't believe that. And this is so special for me. I want to thank you so much for this. So, I mean, when I'm sitting here and recording my videos, I mean, Luise Heinzl is a business as well. I'm a person in reality, of course. But this whole thing is a business as well, and I have to bring some money to my desk to have some bread and to make a living from this business. And it's always such a hard thing to go between these things. I mean, to be in between of, I have to make a living from this, I have to make printables, I have to sell something to make my own life possible. And this other side where such emails come to me, and I think, I mean, it's something of this. I don't know if the word exists in English. When I translate it from German directly to English, it would be something like a devil's circle. I don't know if that exists. It exists, in English, but it's this. On the one hand, I have to sell my things. I have to do something. I mean, if I would have a normal job, a normal 8 hours job a day, I couldn't make any videos. I could not be in contact with you. I could not make things like this. That would not be possible. So I have to do it in a way that I can earn some money. But on the other hand, this money is so worthless when I read such things, and when I see all these things here. And I have only one wish for this thing. I mean, there are so many things that can make our life so hard. There can be health issues or other things. I mean, this flood in Germany the last weeks is so incredible. There were so many people who have lost everything. There are going on so many bad things in this world. But this is something that nobody can influence if you stay with this. Do you know what I mean? I think if we go together through this whole thing, then everything can get a little bit more, I mean, like a lighter weight. It's not so heavy anymore. Even if I get such terrible messages with this woman who has cancer, I have the feeling when she's writing this to me that she feels better in the second when she is creating this. And when I can reach something like that, and when I can reach that a person who has such a hard life is telling me such things, I think there's no bigger goal that I can reach. And I would like to say that we probably can bring our, I mean, I don't want to say that you don't do that, but I want to remind you to bring the focus in your life to the really important things. And that's how we talk to each other, how we react when we get something like this, and that we appreciate such things. And even if you get something that's not your style, or probably you get something that's, I mean, for me, perhaps I get something that's totally pink. I hate pink, but I can appreciate that. I have to appreciate that to make this world a little bit better. And so often I get some letters or some happy mails or that stuff, and it's like someone is putting a mirror in front of me and shows me what's the really important things in this world. And I think often we forget that. We, especially in the social media world where every day there's something new. A video should be 8 seconds and not longer on TikTok, or the people are not able to watch a longer video. I mean, I'm talking really long to you at the moment, and I'm sure there are people who are watching this till the end. And I'm so thankful for that, because you have seen the really important things. It's not this rushing world. It's all about sitting there, relaxing, and concentrating to the really important things, and take time for different things. I mean, yeah, it's also a little bit strange when I say that, because when you have cancer, you don't have time. But do you know what I mean? Even if you only have a few hours in the week to create something, please do it, and please feel this joy behind creating something, and being creating itself. So my goodness. I expected that it would be emotional, but I didn't expect that I will cry again. So hopefully it was not too, I always have so much problems, because sometimes I'm sitting here and I want to record a video, and then I think, no, I have to go to my bedroom and cry half an hour and then take the video, because record the video, because otherwise I will cry within the video, and then I do that and I have to cry within the video anyway. So I hope you like this, and you can be sure that everyone is appreciated so much who has sent something to me, who is watching my videos. Every comment that you write, and perhaps I can say that as well, even if I don't answer to your comments and I only give you this little heart below the video, you can be sure that your comments are highly appreciated, and the only reason why you probably get no answer is that I have no time, and that I want to make some new tutorials for you, some new videos, give you some new ideas, and then I think, yeah, perhaps that's wrong as well. I think that's more important than answering to a comment. But if you see this little heart, you can be sure that I appreciate what you have written, and that I have read it, and that I take it in my heart, and yeah, that it is there forever. And also all those tiny things, I mean, even if you haven't joined the challenge, all those tiny things that you do for me, it's so incredible, and every word is really high appreciated. So I want to thank everyone who is in this junk journaling community with me. Is this a junk journaling fly? A junk journal fly? Who are you? I mean, what are you doing here? You are destroying the end of my video. Can you please go away? What's that? Special effect in the end of this video. Go away. Oh. Yeah. So, I hope you could get some ideas as well, perhaps for this kind of album journal. And I hope we will see in the next video. Have a very creative time, and yeah, please enjoy all those little things in this world. Thank you very much. Bye bye.